diys-by-dar, I have a vintage folding chair from Romania that I purchased for $5, and I am going to use 4 stencils in 3 colors to make as many embellishments as I can as part of the embellishments edition from the Unique Antique Challenge, hosted by Crystal from the Crafty Creech and co-hosted by Levon from Statement Designs. So this chair was in really good shape, pretty solid, just needed a little help. So I am going to use 4 stencils and 3 colors to make it look highly embellished. First I cleaned it well, then I had repairs. I needed to get some splits repaired at the bottom. So after that was good and dry, I went ahead and started with some Dixie Belle drop cloth chalk paint in just these 2 top rails on the front and the back are going to be painted with this color, and you don't have to be too careful. I'm leaving the very top and bottom underside of these rails open. Next is Annie Sloan's chalk paint in Florence. I am going to get a little roller ready, and make sure you wet your roller before you start. It helps a lot with the paint. But first I'm using some of this really thick paint from the inside of this can, and I am going to do some palette painting just along the top and bottom rail of these 2. Now that that is completed, I'm going to go ahead and paint the rest of the chair, and I'm leaving some areas open because I want the wood to show through on this chair. The roller came in handy for some of these flat areas to save me some time with the painting. I am going to go back and remove some of this paint to give it a more distressed look. So I'm using a 80 grit piece of sandpaper. I'm going to go along all of the edges and some of the top portions to just give it that more lived in, worn look that I'm going for. Now I need to mix some paint. I need some paint to match this wood. I have all chalk paints except for this one's an acrylic in yellow ochre, and the rest are chalk paints. And I'm going to mix this up and see how close I can get, and I am going to show you a little trick that I use, whether it be matching wood or decoupage paper. Use cellophane, put the color on, kind of spread it out, and set it on top of the piece. And here I was not liking the color. I had to change it a bit, so then I had to choose which one I liked better, and of course it was that one. So that is the brown color I'm going to use, and I am going to start painting going up the rails first with this blue color, because I want that to kind of disappear into the wood on its way up that side rail. Now I'm ready to paint the rails on the back side, and I have that brown paint and my stencil taped in place, and I like to swirly twirly it, and that works well for me. You can see I have a small stencil brush for this. I'm going back with some of the blue in there, and I am just going to use these 3 colors to create all of the embellishments on this chair. Now this is an adhesive mesh stencil, and they're different. They are more detailed, and they're a little bit like rubbery or silicone feel to them. I am going to put a piece of tape over the bottom one because I just want to use this top portion. Sometimes they're hard to peel off, but they're very flexible and slightly sticky, so they will stick where you want them to. And if you notice that it's starting to lose its stick, well, when you wash them, that takes all the particles off the back and it kind of gets that stick going on again. I'm going to use the two colors, the blue and the brown, and you're going to see with a mesh stencil, you really have to press in to that stencil to get that to come up. A lot of times people use like a straight edge and kind of just float it in there, and that works well too. But you can see when you look at this up close that all them little tiny details will come out for you. But wash that stencil right away. Now, my last stencil is on the seat, and I want to leave a lot of the wooden portion showing through. So there's just some of the blue and some of the creamy color that I am going to use for the outline. So what I end up with looks like this, and I'm really liking how that looks, so we're good to go. The last section was adding some embellishments in the way of some beads. And I just have a couple pieces of rope and untwirl them, and I have found some wooden beads. Now, take some glue and just twirl it around the end so you have more of a pinpoint end so you can fit your beads through that and get them up on your piece of rope and put them any way you want. 2 beads, tie it, 1 bead, tie it, 2 beads, tie it, however you want to put them on. And when you finally get to the end and the length looks good, what you're going to do is take some scissors and cut it, and then you've got a little ruffled tuft end, which is pretty cool. Time to seal it. I've got some 2X matte clear Rust-Oleum, and I went ahead and I gave this 3 good coats. It seemed to be great. I didn't need any more sealer on it. I need to let it dry, and this project is completed. My vintage Romanian folding chair started here, and where I ended up with was here. Let's take a look. So this is the embellishment edition. Check out the playlist in my description for all the artists that participated. Also, check out the Flippin' Bunch every Wednesday night live on YouTube and Facebook. I want to thank you for watching. Please give me a like and subscribe. Catch you later.